Before this video starts, I just want to give my support to the strikes happening with WGA and SAG-AFTRA. They have every right to be paid better as well as keep their jobs. The movie I am reviewing has not been affected by the strikes and was released as planned. With that out of the way, let's get started.
Bruh.
G'day people, welcome back to the channel. This is Ben Portals on your screen. Welcome to the first of many film reviews. There will be many more as time goes by, and I'm thinking of doing 3 simultaneously from today and Saturday. Today, I will be reviewing Theatre Camp. This movie is about a team of people trying to save their theatre camp after the owner falls into a coma. The movie came to Australia on the 7th of this month, but I was far too away from it until it came to a smaller local theatre nearby today, so I got my chance. The film was directed by Molly Gordon and Nick Lieberman? I might pronounce that wrong, but whatever. And stars the former alongside Jimmy Tacho, Ayo Idabiri, Ben Platt, and Noah Galvin, with the latter two co-writing alongside the directors. Did this movie impress me? Let's find out right now. First and foremost, the acting was brilliant. The kids they were working with were spectacular. I also liked the teachers in this, especially Ben Platt. Hell, when I saw Platt's name, I had to see this. I'm a huge fan of the dude, and he has been my main singing inspiration. On the outside, always looking in. Trying to get better, but that's what I am right now. And he actually gets to sing in this movie, which I was so happy about.
Oh, what a beautiful...
The characters they were playing were also likable. I love how they had different motives as to why they were acting the way they were. A good example is Jimmy Tacho's Troy. He's trying his best to run his mother's camp, and despite his influencer status, still at least tries to make a connection with the kids and the camp workers. I also thought the cinematography and editing were really interesting. The film is played from the perspective of a documentary while mixing elements of a proper movie. I actually thought this was a unique storytelling technique that matched the tone of the film. A great example is when they're doing text transitions, which gives us context on what the characters have been doing or have been through previously. At times, I actually thought this was really funny knowing the context of the situation thanks to that. Speaking of which, the humor in this movie is really good. I laughed out loud a dozen times at this movie. Whether it was from the teachers or the kids, the timing was really excellent with the jokes they were telling. It was especially funny through those transitions I mentioned earlier. The music in this movie was so good that I honestly want the musical they were putting together adapted into an actual show with a few tweaks, to branch this story out to a wider audience. Honestly, I'm really struggling to think of any real issues with this movie. The closest thing I can think of in terms of issues is that I wanted it to be longer, I guess. Each scene was paced so well that a 93-minute runtime felt shorter somehow. But otherwise, the movie was absolutely mind-blowing. The ending was my favorite scene. Without spoiling anything, it just left me with a big smile on my face that got bigger as it went out. Hell, I actually clapped at one point, which might sound dumb, but you'll understand if you've seen it. In conclusion, Theatre Camp was such a joy to watch. I am so happy it came to my local cinema, and the audience I had, while small, also had a good time. This just goes to show that these kinds of movies get seriously underappreciated. Aside from probably the Oscars, I'm not sure. I really hope this gets nominated. Dare I say it? This is one of the best movies of the year. I'm giving it 10 out of 10 masterpiece. When you get the chance, watch it. It is a huge recommendation if you love theatre. What did you guys think of Theatre Camp if you've seen it? Did you love it like I did? Did you hate it? Did you just like it? Did you just think it wasn't that good? Or are you mixed in between? Let me know in the comments, I'm curious. Follow me on my social media listed below, and also consider liking the video and subscribing if you're brand new, while also ringing the bell to be notified on future videos. Also, I opened a Patreon page if you want to consider supporting me even further, whether it's about YouTube, my art side, or both. That's all for now, and until next time, see you all there.